Today we are making soft layered pumpkin chapati, warm, fluffy and packed with natural sweetness. If you love tender melt in your mouth chapati with a healthy twist, this simple recipe will become your favorite. You are welcome. First, we are going to start by preparing our pumpkin, and by preparing the pumpkin, we need to peel it to remove the hard outer skin of the pumpkin. We don't need that. You remove it and cut your pumpkin into cubes or any favorable size, or you can decide to put it as it is. Next, you're going to wash it. Washing is very important. After washing it, you're going to rinse very well. As you can see, the water look a bit color of the pumpkin, so washing will help to reduce the starch in the pumpkin. Then next, you're going to cook our pumpkin. You can cook or decide to steam, but for my recipe I decided to boil it. Yes, I boiled up until my pumpkin was super tender. At this point, my pumpkin was already cooked perfectly. Next, we are going to mash it. I'm using a hand masher, but you can also use a blender. You blend it, but I love using this method because I believe my pumpkin is already cooked well. So mash your pumpkin. Add warm water. That was warm water, not too hot, not too warm, just warm a little bit because we don't want a warm dough. Next, I am going to add salt, just a quarter teaspoon of salt. Add sugar. I added only 2 teaspoons because already the pumpkin itself is sweet. Add some cooking oil. This will help to soften your dough. Mix it very well. Next, after you finish mixing your paste, it should look like this, not too runny, not too thick. Then you are going to add our all-purpose flour, and for my recipe I use 6 to 7 cups of all-purpose flour, but I'll be sure to write all the correct measurement in the description box. You are going to mix it very well using a hand mixer, or you can use a wooden spoon like me. First, before you going on with your hand, mix very well until you are satisfied and until your dough has mixed very well. Next, transfer your dough into a clean flat surface. Yes, my surface was clean. Remove all the dough in your basin using a scraper. I'm going to remove the excess from my wooden spoon and now start stretching my dough using my hand. This will take you about 10 to 15 minutes. Be patient with your dough. Don't add a lot of flour. You can add from the beginning until it starts sticking at your surface, but after that you are going to be going in with your hands, stretch it. But if you have a scraper like me, it goes very hand because it helps you to bring the dough all together. Then continue stretching and be patient. Don't add flour. Adding a lot of flour will mess up your dough and you can end up having hard chapatis, of which we don't want to have cracky chapatis. We only want to have soft layered chapatis. So stretching your dough until this point, it will just amaze you with the result. Actually, this is the hardest part when it comes to making chapati, but the determinant of how your chapatis will turn out. My dough turned out so soft, as you can see, and yes, I enjoyed every process. I always say that in the kitchen you enjoy the process. You don't At this point, I was satisfied by the way my dough was looking, so you just dust your hand and continue stretching. Then transfer your dough into a clean bowl. Add some cooking oil to now knead in a bowl so that it can soften the dough. You add and then you knead. Knead well at this point until all the oil has well coated your dough, and after that you're going to rest your dough for 45 minutes, 1 hour or more before you can start working on it. This will give you the best result. Resting is also a crucial part when making making chapati. So I'll be resting my dough for an hour, then I'll start working on it. After your chapati dough has rested, it becomes softer and easier to work with. Next, you're going to knead briefly for about 1 to 2 minutes until smooth and elastic. You can add a little bit flour if it is thick. Next, we are going to divide our dough into small equal balls, but if you want to be so accurate with your ball size, you can use a kitchen weighing scale, but you can also just assume with your eyes. If they look the same size, then you are also good to go. So we divide our dough. Also, don't forget to dust your hands. It makes the process of cutting and also making the balls easier for you. The next process now is making the layer. So you are going to take one ball at a time, dust it with flour, then you are going to roll it into an oval shape, add some cooking oil, spread it to each and every corner of the dough, then you are going to sprinkle some flour to each and every corner of it, fold it into kind of spiral shape, or I don't know which kind of this thing is called, but fold it the way I'm showing it. Then you are going to fold. Then this is how you make the layers. Add some cooking oil on top. This will help your dough not to dry when you are working with the rest of the dough. Then continue the same process for the rest of the dough. This process is not hard. You just need to practice, and you will perfect your kitchen skill. And now at this point, I had not to take 2 balls at a time because I'm good at it. So I just had to take 2, and I was done in just a snap of a finger. I was done. Over here, my son came through and he wanted to help mommy around in the kitchen, but I had to tell him to go first wash his hand, and I was going to leave one for him. That's how I learned how to make chapatis. My grandma used to leave one chapati for me. I used to make one, and before I knew it, I would make a whole packet of flour for my family. So yes, I had a lot of help for my son, even like a small baby. You will see him trying to lull the other one that had already applied flour, but they help around in the kitchen. So I enjoy every moment with my babies in the kitchen. At this point, I was done making all the balls. As you can see, the layers are just poppy and they look so amazing. So we are going to start now by rolling one ball at a go, and start with the one you started creating the layers. You start with the other one as you go to the last one. Yes, because the first one has already rested. Now roll your dough into a nice circular shape, but if you're not good at the shape, don't force it. It will come automatically. The more you roll, the more it will come. You can decide to roll as putting them aside then heading to fry them, or you can fry at a go, but for me I prefer rolling like about 1 or 2 for the starter before I can head off to my cooking pan. This help you not to get pressure when you're frying your chapatis. So I rolled 3 of them, then headed to my hot frying pan. This is the pressure in your chapatis. On a hot pan, you're going to place 1 chapati at a go, and you're going to be fried under medium high heat, not too high, not too low, because you don't want our chapati to burn. You only need them to fry until they are golden brown, or until they have bubbles. You can see the bubbles appearing on the upper side. Then you are going to flip it to the other side. Fry it for this take less than a minute, frying each side. Now you're going to turn it to the other side, fry the other side, and place it aside. I love frying my chapatis first before adding my cooking oil, because it makes work easier for me. So I fried 1 chapati at a go until I was done by frying my chapatis without adding any cooking oil, just frying it to bubble it, then placing it aside. In my language, my grandma taught me that it is called kukausha. I don't know nini unakausha, but yes, kukausha, then flip it. But you can also decide to add cooking oil for 1 chapati at a go is also good, but to ease the pressure, because I don't love pressure when I'm cooking, so I love doing it a slow pace and the perfect pace for me. After you are done by frying all your chapatis, now you're going to start adding your cooking oil, and you add your cooking oil for 1 chapati at a go. And I love using 3 chapatis at this point, flipping it, and you can see how my chapati look like. It looks so amazing. It looks just mouth watering, like wow, it looks so beautiful. And frying, when you are frying one side, when you are not rolling, how do you call it, flipping using your hand, when you feel like the bottom side is started to stick on your pan, then you know your chapati is already cooked on one side. Apply oil to the other one, then flip, and look at that. This recipe, I tell you, it's worth trying it. It's worth your time, and you will love it. Thank you so much for watching this video up until now. If you have enjoyed watching, kindly give the video a like. If you have learned something today, kindly comment down below. I'll be so grateful to see all your comments and what you've learned today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe for more and more videos, and may God bless you so much. And yeah, see you on my next video. And for the chapatis, you can serve with any stew of your choice. For my chapatis, I serve with green grams, though I never showed that part. So bye, see you on my next one. This is the final result of my chapati, and just look at that. They're super soft, and oh my god, this chapati recipe is just worth trying it. They're just sharing them by themselves. They are super tender, and the taste was also so amazing. They are super tasty, and it was so yummy, and I enjoyed these chapatis so much.